Okay, we're back for turn 15 now of the 8-wheeled handicap. Pretty much just two things we're looking out for, or three things, come to think of it. The first thing is that this is one of the scary turns. This is turn 15, so the last turn, the plus 15 minutes setting that AjarmanG could be calling pre-planned artillery in, and obviously I do not want that. The last thing I want is for a load of 155, 52, whatever the Russians have, millimeter shells raining down on my positions down here. But of course, it is relatively unlikely. It seems obvious to me because that's where my forces are, and it seems really obvious that I would be sitting on the back of this reverse slope, but it's a big area to cover. It's about a third to a half of the map. And that's a lot of room, and that's going to be able to protect us from the RT. So it's possible, but it's unlikely. That's like a worst case scenario. Then over here, hopefully these pixel trap in here are going to be able to javelin this BTR. And once they've done that, I can swap them out, like I've been saying, with one of these squads in the woods down here, because not going to have an opportunity to use the javelins in here, and these guys have used all their ammo. Well, you know, that just makes sense. And the last thing is we're calling in some artillery. This BTR contact here, which is now crossing the stream, has been moving up, steadily moving from here to here, and should hopefully, I don't think we've actually, yeah, I can't see the RT. Hopefully we're getting some just a quick burst of artillery down there on this turn, just to say, yep, I know you're there, and hopefully do some damage. So yeah, apart from that though, we'll see how it goes. So we're going to press go. One of the things with Black Sea is that, what with modern warfare and ooh, a BTR, that one's back. What with modern warfare and just the way it works, you know, they have the lethality of it and the spotting ability and the range and all that stuff. Firefights tend to be pretty decisive, so you know, every time we've bumped into the enemy, things have gotten very messy very fast. So you don't really get these prolonged fights in the same sense.
Request fire mission.
Fire for effect. Out.
So we got a whole lot of nothing. You spotted some infantry up there, so we're gonna have to have a look at them. And yeah, apart from that, very quiet turn, which is what we want in a sense, because we're in position here. So let's. We never ended up javelining that BTR though, unfortunately. Let's see, what have we got here? That is a very upset infantry crewman next to a knocked out BTR. Excellent, we took it out with the artillery, I think. Doesn't look like it's got any gaping holes with it, but pretty sure that there wasn't a BTR there before. Not a dead one anyway. And we've got some lonely crewmen in it, getting shot up by the platoon commander.
Request fire mission out.
Roger. Fire
I
for
did lose
effect.
sight of that guy, so maybe he actually gets him, or maybe he's just had enough. No, he just gets down in the cowers in the crater that he's stood in, and we've re-spotted that BTR there. I don't think it does anything. Yeah, we're not being molested here at all, which is kind of worrying. It's got to be up to something. And then I don't know what happens with this contact here. I think it just disappears, or pops back over there. So I don't know what's going on with that. He's definitely still the closest pixel trapping to it. Definitely still think is there. So yeah. Whatever. Those guys are still hanging on to their javelin. They have spectacularly not used it. So we're aiming.
Roger, fire mission request.
Now
Roger,
we've lost
fire
sight of it and we're not aiming anymore. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Request fire mission
Roger,
out.
fire for effect.
Let's just triple check. Yeah. Not a lot going on there. So we should have some arty dropping in here. Those shells are probably already in the air. You are still kind of... It's going to take I think 10 minutes to call that in, so I'm not particularly bothered about that. So we've got a bit of a dilemma here. We've done the first 15 minutes, we've done that initial clash, I think we've come out on top. We're in position, we are at least denying, cheekily in this case, denying these objectives to the enemy. So, what do we do now? Because I don't want to expose the strikers, you know, it's yeah, it's gone well so far, but there's got to be plenty of BTRs and T90s and things left hanging around, so you know, I don't want to get the strikers out there. We're not really seeing anything from the top of the hill, but then again, I suppose we could try and push up this flank with what's left of this, with some bits of this platoon and see what's down here. But then, you know, the problem with pushing forward here is we get onto this front forward slope, and yeah, we're going to be exposed. I could start pushing up the stream bed. And then, you know, if we find the enemy, we just drop the world's worth of artillery on top of him. But yeah, just gonna give that javelin guy a face command, see if he can't see if we can't move the scouts back in there. Just so the javelin guy kind of rearranges himself, and see if he can't get a bead on that BTR. This hull down, I suppose, so, or partially hull down. Yeah, we're in a bit of a quandary. So yeah, what do we do next? Next we press the go button and we have a think about it off screen. Yeah, good idea, Hapless. That'll work.